on, everybody? Welcome to a long-awaited episode of the Flea Flicker Show. You're tuned in with Adrian and Fred here. We're coming at you live
What's up?
prior to the 2026 NFL season. A lot of good things coming up. Hopefully, a great season to boast, and we'll talk about our potential matchups to watch week one. It's been a long time since we talked. Adrian, how have you been? What is going on? What is new? What should the people know? Anything sports related, non-sports related. Last thing we talked about was Marvel with LJ. So,
Oh yeah.
anything that you can let the people know.
Well, my Marvel picks haven't really changed much. I know some random movies are coming out or came out. Fantastic Four, haven't seen it. I heard it was good. Don't really care, to be honest. I think I'm done with Marvel unless Spider-Man comes out again. But yeah, I'm just excited for football, to be honest with you. College football started. I watched literally all of the games highlight wise for D1, FBS wise, and it got me so pumped for the season. We start Thursday with your team. We're gonna get into that, but I did want to talk a little college ball, my guy, because there were some actual big games in week one, starting with your favorite team that I hate, horns down. But what did you think about the game, man? I know you at least watched some of it.
Yeah, I did watch. I watched the whole game. Tough assignment right out of the gate there. Defending national champion Ohio State in Ohio. So that is definitely one that is tough for Arch Manning.
Threw him right into the
company
fire.
to kind of go at right out of the gate. I mean, from this point on, it's greener pastures from there, right? He's not going to have as hard of a matchup potentially as that the entire rest of the season. So,
Literally.
at least look at it this way: your hardest task is behind you. Arch Manning, it's no secret, he didn't look good in his first outing. This was his first real test against a major team. He had a few starts last year with Quinn Ewers out. He had a little bit of time against Georgia, but this was his first QB1 start where he is the definitive starter. And he did not look good. I think he looked a lot more polished in the fourth quarter once he kind of got those nerves out of the way.
Yeah, the true Manning started to come out there.
Past the game, there was a wide open receiver across the middle, and he wasn't pressured, but he threw it probably 10 yards in front of him in the dirt.
He had those jitters in Ohio, man. Can you blame him? That's a crazy place.
Yeah. Crazy place to play.
Yeah, I mean, on the other side, they also had Julian Sands starting. I think it was his first collegiate start, possibly, against Texas defense. So, I mean, at least he was at home, but a tough outing for him as well. I think he probably played slightly better than Arch, but the defenses looked amazing, both of them. Yeah, it's crazy. They've clearly both worked on their
There was a time there, they came out of the first quarter, both teams were 0-0. There was a time where they both were going back and forth between the 45s and not moving at all. It was just back and forth right there, turnover on downs. Back and forth right there, turnover on downs. They weren't going anywhere. So the defenses look pretty solid. But offenses typically are slower to start anyway. I think they'll come together going throughout the season.
Yeah. One other game I wanted to mention, of course, was Alabama, the former Golden Child, being taken down by Florida State, who had, I think, 2 wins all last year, with their new quarterback, Thomas Castellanos. Florida State looked pretty dang good. Alabama looks like it's going down the shitter without the ability to pay everybody under the table anymore, you know?
Yeah, without Nick Saban there and whatever dealings went on behind closed doors there, Alabama looks like a shell of its former self, and Florida State looked really good.
Yeah, so it looks like Alabama could get tossed out of the playoffs after week one, which is kind of hilarious to me. I hate Alabama so much. I hate like all the big name schools though. So big West Virginia fan. They look good this week. But yeah.
I will say, like, Tennessee, take it with a grain of salt. They played Syracuse. Syracuse was decent last year, had a couple big wins, won a bowl game. Tennessee, without Nico as QB, didn't seem to matter. They looked really good against Syracuse. That offense was buzzing.
Yeah, listen, I think they grabbed Joey Aguilar from App State through UCLA, basically a trade for Nico. And Joey Aguilar, I think, looked better than Nico, I am blah blah blah. I am a leaving. I don't know. I think Joey Aguilar is literally a better quarterback than Nico. Nico's more talented, obviously, but I mean, I
Yeah,
watched the UCLA highlights as well. Nico looked bad for UCLA, and he looked rough for Tennessee last year. So I think Tennessee got the upper
he just
hand.
wanted the money.
Literally, he left for the money. So hey, I'm rooting for Joey Aguilar. I live in Kentucky, so everyone hates Tennessee around here, but I'm rooting for him with Joey Aguilar. I like him. Plus, I love their
Sweet.
jerseys. That orange is so it looks so nice. Burnt what is it? Burnt orange or
I was
something?
saying that during the game. I like that. I like that kind of creamsicle orange
Creamsicle.
there.
Yeah.
It very much reminds me of one of my favorite NFL jerseys of the throwback Bucks jersey.
Yeah.
That creamsicle Bucks jersey is chef's kiss, and it reminds me that it's not a color scheme I like anywhere else, but on a jersey, it's very nice.
I can't agree more. Um, I think that's about it. I want to hit for college though, unless you wanted any other games.
Nah, I got nothing else as far as college other than Binghamton University is a Division One
Ooh.
program. They need to get a football program. Come on,
Are they D1? I didn't even know that, dude.
they're D1. They're D1 in every sport. They do not have a football program. They're the second biggest SUNY school to
I
University of Buffalo,
mm,
and they don't have a football program. The three biggest SUNY programs are Buffalo, Binghamton, and Albany. And Binghamton needs a football program. It was put in place a long time ago where their former president did not want them to have football because he thought it would take away from their academics. That's a crock of shit.
jeez.
Stanford, Ivy League schools, they all have football programs, and it doesn't take away from their
Yeah. If
academics.
if if Harvard has
You can
football,
still,
Binghamton can have football.
yeah,
What are we doing?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a poor excuse at this point in time, and it brings in a ton of revenue.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it would be great for the city of Binghamton and great for the university.
They should have made a football team back in the day when they. I remember when they made the tournament for like I think the only time in history. I mean, we got completely annihilated. I think we literally played Duke in the first round.
Yeah, we played
And
Duke and
got,
lost by like 40.
yeah, which I mean that's gonna happen, but they probably made a lot of money just by making it. They should have made the football program right then and there.
Should have. A lot of those football player or basketball players who were a little too rough around the edges for basketball could have
Yeah,
walked right over to the football team.
they could have. But talking about football, let's get into the first game of the season. Thursday night football in Philadelphia. Your Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. No Micah Parsons. What do you think? Will that make it
No
much
Micah
easier
Parsons.
for the Eagles?
That's going to make it a lot easier. No Micah Parsons to clog up the middle there and help with the run. No Micah Parsons to rush the edge and try to take out Jalen Hurts. Look, no Micah. Jalen's going to be able to run. Barth is going to be able to
Mm-hmm.
run. It's going to take away the pressure there against that elite Eagles offensive line. So, I mean, Eagles are going to be able to put up a ton of points on this Cowboys defense from Thursday. At the link, come on, man. It's the Cowboys are going to be forced to try to get into a shootout, and the Eagles had the number one defense all last year.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot of people have left that defense. Say what you will about the few guys that did leave, Milton Williams, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but they are, in my mind, replaceable.
Yeah.
It's a team-focused defense. It's not individual-focused defense. So I think they're gonna run away with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna. There you go. You're on the Eagles there. Yeah, So the Cowboys. I mean, they added a few guys. They got George Pickens. Apparently, he's looked pretty good with CeeDee Lamb there for Dak. I think they will be able to move the ball in the passing game a bit, but their run game. They have what? Jaquan Williams and Jadon Blue, I believe. I don't trust them at
Yeah,
all. To
Javante Williams, Jadon Blue, Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. Yep.
It's a cluster. It's a mess of a running back room.
Yeah.
Um, there's not really an identity there. Miles
Mm-hmm.
Sanders hasn't been good in years.
Jaquan.
Jadon Blue, while I do like him coming out of Texas,
Yeah.
very undersized. And Javante Williams never really did much of anything with the Broncos. You could see him do something, but the Cowboys have a worse offensive line than they've had in
True.
a while. Very
That's a
young
good point.
offensive line with potential, but not what they used to have.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be more of a test for the Cowboys than for the Eagles, just to see where the Cowboys are at, because they might be the rangiest team in the NFL right now. They could be like decent, possibly jump into a wild card spot, or I could honestly see them be like total ass this year after losing Micah
Yeah.
Parsons, and we question the running game. Like you mentioned the O line, like there's so many questions there. They could be completely awful. I'm gonna also pick the Eagles. I think it's almost guaranteed that the Eagles win this. I'd be kind of shocked if the Cowboys pulled this one off in Philly.
Oh yeah, and I mean the divisional opponent, a rival at home at the link with fans there, it should be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a total sweep across the board here, with exception of Tyler, because he hates to pick the Eagles solely because I like them. But I don't know if he would pick the Eagles, the Cowboys over the Eagles. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's a clean sweep across the board.
Yeah, it'll probably be a clean sweep. I'll leave them off, I think, for now, unless maybe we can just have a tiebreaker if we pick different teams and just throw random names in. We'll see. But yeah, I think we're in agreement on the Eagles there. I will say though, sometimes you get a Super Bowl slump in Game 1. The Chiefs we've seen it from the Chiefs before, so you never know. Against the Cowboys though, yeah. Let's move to Friday night football in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We got the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers duking it out in Brazil. This is a home game for the Chargers, even though they're clearly not going to be home. They're far, far from home, going against a very difficult team in the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl losers. They got something to prove. Will they come out the gate swinging against the Chargers? The Chargers are really improved too, so I think this will be a really good game. What do you think, man?
I think the Chargers are coming out on this one. I mean, Chargers are a team that you and I are both getting behind this year in terms of we think they're potential contenders. They had a lot of good pieces they improved on in the offseason. Marion Hampton coming in from them out of UNC. Najee Harris, despite his weird eye patch situation going on with the fireworks. Good acquisition there. Had a double-headed backfield. Bringing back Keenan Allen as wide receiver 2 for Justin Herbert. They don't seem to be skipping a beat in terms of their connection to go with Ryan McConkey. I like this team a lot. I think their defense is their true point, though. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they kind of stumbled a lot last year. Even when they got their wins, it wasn't overall that impressive, and they got blown out in the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce, getting up there in age, coming off his engagement. He's got other things on his mind.
Hey. Congrats, by the way.
Rice suspended for 6 games.
Yeah, he won't be in the game.
I don't buy this team coming out and being as dynamic as they once were. I think they'll still be competitive, still be a solid squad because Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are so good at what they do. But I'm taking the Chargers here.
Yeah, hey, you have to mention, though, Patty Mahomes, he cut his hair, man. I think he's getting real serious all of a sudden. He's having his Quinn Ewers moment when he cut the mullet, even though that didn't really work out as well for Quinn Ewers. But yeah, new haircut, Patty Mahomes. He looks kind of weird, honestly. I don't trust him. All right. The Chargers, though, you also have to mention Rashawn Slater is out. He has an injury. He's going to be out for an extended amount of time, and he's a big piece of that offensive line for the Chargers.
Yeah.
How much will that matter against the Chiefs? I mean, they got some big bodies up front. Chris Jones, right? He can rush the passer. And, I mean, he's going to be coming from inside, I guess, so maybe that doesn't affect Rashawn Slater as much. But still, it's a really big piece of that offense. Also, on the flip side, Trey Harris has looked really freaking good in training camp and in the preseason for the Chargers. So that's another piece of that offense that I thought they were missing a few pieces last year to make a run. This year, they look dangerous. You mentioned the other guys already.
Dangerous.
I am going to agree with you. I'm going with the Chargers as well.
You got to look at the pop star factor.
Pop star?
The NFL players that start dating a pop star or dating a media personality. Look at Josh Allen when he started dating Haley Steinfeld, and he blew up, had an MVP season. Now you got Justin Herbert dating Madison Beer, so that player's up there in terms of status. But
ooh, question off the top of my head, real quick. It came up. Will she and Taylor Swift both be in Brazil for this game? Are they? How will they do that? Will they switch back and forth to the each and other? What's going to go on with
I
that?
mean, Taylor Swift would still command the headlines there and still command the media attention. I don't think a lot of people even know who Madison Beer is.
But they would still show
Well,
her, I think. Maybe not as
they
much.
think they would. She's pretty hot, so I think they still would show.
Plus, she's got a cool name. She's dating the quarterback for the Chargers. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're both going with the
yeah,
Chargers
we're
here,
in
though.
agreement here on this one.
I
I
like
do
it.
like the Sao Paulo getting love again here early in the season with
Hmm.
with an international game.
Yeah, it's a big city. It's a big place. So I'm not super surprised. Oh, I did want to mention actually. I was at a bar, a karaoke bar the other night, and some guy, some older dude, came up to me and literally yelled Patty Mahomes and was like, "Can I get a picture with you, man?" And I was like, I'm not Patrick Mahomes, but sure." And he was like, "No, that's cool, man." And he took a selfie with me, and I was like, "Okay." I don't think I look that much like him. I get it all the freaking time, but whatever.
It's the hair and the chin
The hair, the
piercing.
chin, and the slight resemblance in skin tone, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, let's move to
Little
the
story though.
Sunday. The Sunday games, the first one on the docket in New York, in MetLife. We got the Steelers heading to face the Jets in an interesting game. Aaron
Well,
Rodgers going back to face his former team in the New York Jets.
but also
Justin
Justin
Fields.
Fields facing his former team.
Yeah, it's a double header revenge game in week one. Makes it kind of interesting, at
Double header
least.
revenge game. Honestly, I'm going Jets in this one. It's a toss up for me. Both teams I'm not super excited about, uh, but I'm just gonna toss a coin here and pick the Jets.
That's
I
fair.
think the Steelers are a better team. I think they're just going to come out kind of flat. Their
They could.
defense is going to look good, but I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Aaron Rodgers, after an up and down season last year, I think he still has to prove that he still has it in the tank.
Hmm.
A new receiver there with George Pickens gone and DK Metcalf being the target guy. They did go ahead and get Johnny Smith. What
Yeah.
happens to Fryermuth there, I don't know, but
Two-headed beast.
yeah, it's an interesting situation. They got some good guys. They got Darius Slay. They got Jalen Ramsey. So they definitely, I think, are improved
Hmm.
probably, but I think it's going to take a little bit for the Steelers.
Yeah. I'm
Too
in.
many new pieces.
I'm. I kind of disagree with you here. I think this is going to be a definite defensive game, for sure. I think it'll be low scoring. I think
Mm-hmm.
there's one difference for me, and that's the fact that I simply do not trust Justin Fields at all, especially against a good defense in the Steelers. I don't think he's going to be making
Yeah.
the right decisions. I think he's going to be trying to run around and scramble. I think Brees Hall is going to do more of anything than Justin Fields in this game. But I trust Aaron Rodgers a bit more. The Jets do have a good defense, and Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's going to crush it, but I think he can make the correct reads and do enough to at least get some field goals, maybe a few touchdowns here or there. Roman Wilson, DK Metcalf, get some things moving. I think it'll be a low scoring, maybe like, I don't know, 14-3. I don't even know if the Jets score. So I'm going with
Honestly,
the
I think the
Steelers.
Jets will be more fun if they let Justin Fields run. He wasn't allowed to run when he was in Pittsburgh, and I think it
Yeah.
kind of held him back. I don't necessarily think he's a superstar quarterback, but I think he needs to be able to run.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know if we'll be able to against the Steelers, but it would open things up at
Yeah,
least. I
yeah.
really, I think the backup.
I don't think he's gonna have the time. I think he's gonna be forced to run. Honestly,
Yeah,
um,
I agree with you there.
with the Steelers' defensive line coming against the Jets, and the Jets didn't really improve on the offensive line. I think he's gonna be forced to run. Um, but yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be a low scoring affair. Could be a 14-3 situation,
Hmm.
14-7. Not anything that's going to be a runaway for either team,
Yeah,
unless there's multiple defensive touchdowns for one.
that's true. That's a good point. I just, yeah, it's mostly I don't trust Justin Fields. So we're splitting the
Yeah,
difference here. Uh,
I hear that.
do you want to throw one of these guys in? Try to. I don't know if anyone would pick. Does Tyler hate the Jets? I don't know.
I don't think I can give an answer for any of these guys
That's fine.
really.
We can leave it split.
Um,
That's fine.
I think Tyler likes Aaron Rodgers, so I think you're gonna give Tyler The Steelers.
Yeah, we can leave it split. Honestly, it's a really close game anyway. I think it deserves a split. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next game here. I might have to plug my laptop in here in a second, just so you know. But we're going to move to Indianapolis. We got the Dolphins coming to town to face the Indianapolis Colts. This one is interesting. It really depends on what you think of the Colts as a team, I think. Well, and the Dolphins. Both of them have a lot of question marks after last year and
Yeah.
after some acquisitions that have happened. The Colts, what's their quarterback situation going to be? Daniel Jones is going to be starting. Will he be good? Will he be bad? Will Tyler Warren go off at the tight end position? Will JT be back to his old self? On the flip side, the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, will he be healthy? Will he be as good as usual, or will he have effects from his issues that have been happening? How will Tyreek Hill do? He was asking for a trade earlier. Now all of a sudden he's hunky dory again with the Dolphins. Maybe, I don't know. I don't trust that, to be honest. Plus, he didn't look quite like himself last year. Is he getting up there in age?
No.
No.
I don't know. He did say that he hasn't understood the playbook there in Miami until this year. So
That's crazy.
we'll see.
I believe that. He's kind of an
We
idiot.
will
Let's
see.
be honest about it.
We'll see. But honestly, kind of give my take here. I think this is going to be a very high scoring game.
Yeah, the Dolphins'
I
defense
think
is shit.
The Dolphins have the continuity in place. Everything's already there. Tua has connection with Waddle, with Tyreek Hill. Shane's been there already. So I think that offense is going to be humming. I think the Colts defense is a little bit better than the Miami defense this year, but
Sure.
I think Miami's defense just isn't good. So I actually do think the Colts are going to be very much improved this year. I think Daniel Jones will have a resurgence season. Uh, I'm looking at Shane Steichen and what he did with the Eagles back in the day when they had Carson Wentz in an MVP form. Carson Wentz, when he was in that MVP mode before he got hurt, I think Warren is going to be a huge, huge tight end this year in fantasy. Coming from Penn State, where he was a focal point of that offense, I think it bodes well for him going into the season. Good offensive line, Jonathan Taylor. I think this offense is going to be really good this year. So I'm taking the Colts in this in a high school.
All right. Mic malfunction. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. Your takes. I've heard people agreeing with what you're saying, and that the Colts will be much improved. They do have a decent team right now. They have some. I mean, Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren, JT. They have an opportunity here against a rough Dolphins defense. But where I struggle, being a Giants fan, I struggle with the fact that Daniel Jones can be seen as anything other than a terrible quarterback, all right? The check down artist that is afraid to throw it down the field. I mean, Tyler Warren's probably going to go off, all right? He's going to have plenty of catches.
He might.
But I just
I
don't
just
see.
feel like there's so many quarterbacks when moved to the right situation do well. Look at Baker Mayfield. Look at
But Baker was good
Sam
on the
Darnold.
Browns. Sam Darnold, sure. We can talk about Sam Darnold if you want. Because he was in a very
Daniel
good
Jones did have
situation.
a really good season a couple years ago. He's got it in him.
Really good is questionable. I think his best year was probably his rookie year when he actually was allowed to throw it down the field, and he didn't have all his injuries pile up, and he didn't have Jason Garrett fucking ruin him as a quarterback. I mean, maybe Shane Steichen can get more out of him. I guess we'll see in this game. We will see, but I need to see it before I believe it. I am going with the Dolphins, and I think they're going to rack up an absolute shitload of points against the Colts. I think Tua's going to come out hot.
Probably the smart pick.
Yeah, I think Tua's going to come out hot. I think Reek's going to show up. I even think, and this is going to sound crazy, I even think Darren Waller is going to do a little work in this game, all right?
Darren Waller is an interesting choice, interesting person to bring up. That's somebody who I've thought about a lot. Like, he was so good for so long, went to the Giants, stunk it up, retired, and now he's going
Failed
to
a rapping career.
Is he somebody that's worth a take on a late round flyer in fantasy, or even just off the waiver wires? See, they're tied in one.
Which shocked me when I was looking up this game. I thought
He's listed as their tight end one. He does have the background. He does have the rap sheet to back it up.
he's perfect for that offense, to be honest.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I think he could go off. I mean, we'll see. I don't know how his training regimen has been in his retirement. So, I mean, it's
He's
been good
also
enough
the
for him to get
fourth
tight end
receiving
one.
option. So it's not like he's going to be a center of the focus from the
Hmm.
defense. So
Yeah, they got Waddle. They got Jalen Warren out of the backfield, along with like Ali Gordon looked good in the preseason. I don't know if he's going to play much, but and then A Chain, of
Jalen
course.
Wright, not Warren.
Who's Jalen Warren? Oh, is he? Is he the Steelers?
Steelers.
Yeah, he's the Steelers. My bad. Jalen Wright. You know what I'm talking about.
A lot of
Yeah,
Jalen's.
yeah. There are a lot of Jalen's. That's been a popular name
Yeah.
lately. But yeah, I'm going with the
Very
Dolphins.
popular.
We are splitting it again, and I love it. I absolutely love it. That means there's good games this week.
Splits are great.
Yeah.
Splits are great.
But let's move to the next one. We'll see if this next game is going to be a split as well. It's the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Panthers are coming to face them down. Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence. What do you think?
I mean, you know how I feel about the Panthers. So I'm going the Jaguars in this.
Yeah.
Not solely
You've
based
taken
on how I
you've
feel
taken
about
all
the
the
Panthers.
home games, I think, all the home teams so far.
Apparently, yeah. I think the Jaguars are going to have a very good season. I think they are a team to watch out for. I think Liam Cohen coming in as head coach there can do a lot for that team. Trevor Lawrence getting a new environment, a new coaching scheme. It's kind of work with him. I think Travis Hunter coming in, working out of the slot there in the Liam Cohen offense will be an absolute boom.
Hmm.
Tank Bigsby, watch out for him to take over as RB1 because Liam Cohen does like the Bruiser as his RB1,
Yeah.
so he could take over that backfield. But I like the Jaguars a lot, as at least on the offensive side of the ball. They still leave a lot to improve in terms of defense. Panthers could improve this year as well, but I don't think it's going to be a huge improvement. Maybe 2 or 3 wins. I don't know. Jury's still out on what Bryce Young can do.
Hmm.
He did look relatively confident at the end of the year last year. They got some good weapons here in the offseason with that wide receiver out of Arizona there for them.
Ted.
They could be decent. They could be decent, but
Hmm.
I still just don't believe in Bryce Young.
Yeah, I think the Panthers have a few more questions than the Jaguars coming into this game.
Yeah.
So will they answer them? Maybe. If they do, then they win the game. If they don't, the Jaguars, I think, have the upper hand here. They have a solid. No, they kind of have a shit defense, don't they? I was going to say solid. I don't think it's very good, actually. Oh,
No.
might I change my mind? Bryce Young, I don't fully trust. I know, like you said, he looked better towards the end of the year last year. Maybe he's turning a new leaf. I still don't fully trust him as the QB1 there. You mentioned Tet. I think he will be helpful. They also brought back. I don't know. I don't understand why they got rid of Adam Thielen. To be honest, he looked like he had a really good connection with Bryce Young there in on the Panthers. Um, but they're using him or they're replacing him, I guess, with the former Raiders wide receiver that was retired, I believe, last
Hunter
year,
Renfro.
Hunter Renfro. Yeah. So
What about Xavier Leggett? Where's he going to
Liga,
fit in that
apparently he's
backfield?
got a really bad dropping issue going on, but he is set to be their outside receiver, so he's also up in there.
That dude is entertainment, man.
Yes, he is. I agree with you. Him and Keon Coleman from the Bills are probably the funniest guys in the league right now, I think.
They need to have their own show, like
That'd be
Kenan Kel.
awesome.
It's like it's Leggett and Keon or something.
Keon and Leggett. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd watch it for sure. But yeah, the Panthers. I mean, I don't trust all of their question marks right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you with the Jags. I don't know. It could be a high scoring game, honestly. With the I don't trust the
It could be fun.
defense, and there's question marks all around. Will there be picks thrown everywhere? I don't know. Who's gonna go off in this one? Someone's gonna make a name for themselves maybe in this one. That's what I think. Maybe it'll be Tank Bigsby. You mentioned him. Maybe it'll be
Brian
a
Thomas
Travis
does play
Hunter.
on the field, so
Yeah, two maybe Ted McMillan will come out and be crazy. I have no idea. I didn't really like him as wide receiver one in that draft, to be honest with you.
Sam,
So
Sam.
we'll get to the guy that I really like later in this segment. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Jags too. It should be a fun game though. let's go ahead and move to the next game of the day, and that is in New Orleans. We got the Cardinals and we got the Saints in a battle, a divisional match. Divisional? Is this divisional? It's not divisional. It's not divisional. I'm crazy.
It's
Yeah,
conference, interconference.
interconference
South
turn
NFC
game
West.
here. Yeah, it'll be an interesting game. I simply don't trust Spencer Rattler at all. So I'm
The
gonna
Saints are a dumpster fire this
off
year,
the
so I think it's pretty safe to say we're both going with the Cardinals
okay.
here. Cardinals are actually a team I think I believe in a little bit this year. Maybe not to win their division, but to compete there with it. They competed for their division last year.
Hmm.
Towards the end, they did benefit from injuries to other teams, but I think their defense is going to be improved, and I think it's going to be a good year too for Marvin Harrison Jr. So
Yeah,
uh,
he looks big, dude.
they're Marvin Harrison Jr. with an extra like 30 pounds of muscle,
He looks
paired
frightening.
with Trey McBride, James Conner, who's Mr. Reliable there in the backfield. So
Hmm.
I think it's a pretty decent team. They don't have a really wide receiver too there. Michael Wilson, not great, doesn't give you a
Yeah,
lot of confidence, but I think they should be a pretty fun team.
they should just bring Larry Legend out of retirement, man. He can probably still do it.
Do it. He's probably gonna be better.
Larry and Marv Harrison Jr. Could you imagine? That'd be insane. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think the Saints will be a dumpster fire. Spencer Rattler, well, he can make some big throws here and there. He just is. I don't know. He's like so bad at reading defenses, I think, because he throws picks like a madman. And he's been doing it since college. So I
Yep.
assume we're going to see the other quarterbacks there at some point this year. And this game will probably
Sure.
be. Yeah, Shuck. I think this will probably be a disaster. I do like Olave still. I do. Alvin Kamara is getting up there in age, but I do still like
They're still
Kamara as
effective.
well. Yeah. But yeah, the
They still have some good
defense.
guys. They still have Rashid Shaheed. Um, they still have some decent talent there on their
Hmm.
team, but it all comes down to their quarterback sucks. Kyler Murray, like him or hate him, he's still a solid quarterback,
Yeah.
even though he's pint sized. Yeah,
He's going to be running all over
I
this
like the Cardinals.
defense, man. And I don't think a Call of Duty game comes out anytime soon. So he might be good to go. You know? Are
Yeah,
we still making those jokes? I don't
maybe.
know. Yeah. All right, so we're both taking the Cardinals. That was a pretty easy one. Let's move to my game of the week. No, it's not my game of the week, but it's going to be the one that I'm definitely watching. In Washington, D.C., we got the Giants coming into town to take on the Commanders. Everyone's telling me the Commanders are one of the best teams in the league right now. Did you see them last year? And I'm telling everyone, watch game one against the New York football Giants. They're going to get roasted, all right? I don't care. I do not care that they were in like the championship game. Have you seen what they have? Their defense, trash. Their offense, questionable at best. Yeah, it's all Jaden Daniels. That's their offense. I mean, yeah, they have Scary Terry. They just signed him. He's great. He's solid. He's gonna work us probably. But I mean, we got Paulson Adebo. He can follow him around a little
Although,
bit.
keep in mind, Scary Terry wasn't a holdout. He has not practiced.
Yeah,
He has
very
not worked
true.
with the team, so he has no legs under him at this point. Yes, he had last year to back him up with Jaden Daniels, but will he come out with fresh legs?
Good
They did
question.
just trade Brian Robinson, who's
Stupid.
going to be their RB.
Apparently,
Austin Eckler,
yeah,
who was
Austin
the guy
Eckler,
in Cleveland
old
that year.
man Eckler, dude. Did he even play last year?
Um,
And then they have that
honestly,
that three named guy. I don't know his name off the top of my head. The other guy,
just to kind of roll with it for you, I'm gonna go with the Giants too.
dude, I love it.
I'm gonna go with the Giants. The Washington Commanders got rolled by the Eagles. They could not stop the Eagles' defensive line in the playoffs last year, and the Giants have a better defensive line than the Eagles do. So the Giants should be in the backfield all day.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is gonna be running for his freaking life, dude. And the
And
defense.
Russell Wilson is a competent enough quarterback where he's not going to
Mm-hmm.
make the mistakes that were made last year. So I think Giants can stay afloat here, and I think their defense can do enough to hold back the Commanders. Also, you always want to look for a year two slump for quarterbacks. A lot of times they come out and do really well as a rookie, and then absolutely fall down to earth next year. Look at C.J. Stroud.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's tape on him
Looked
now, dude.
unbelievable rookie year, fell down to earth next.
There's
So
plenty of tape
it's
on
a
Jaden Daniels.
tale of old time.
Yeah, and I think Russ is going to be throwing the moon ball up in the air. Malik Neighbors is going to be coming. And who's going to cover Malik Neighbors, man? Like, nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody, dude. Theo Johnson and Andrew Thomas are questionable for the game already, so that's not great for the Giants. But we improved on the backups in those positions, so we're good, man. I think the
Think
Giants are going to
Tampa?
shock
We're
the.
cooking.
I think we're cooking, bro. I think they're going to shock the fucking NFL world, other than me and apparently you. All right.
Cam Scarborough.
Scat, he's been hurt all camp, so hopefully he gets in there.
Yeah.
But he's a
He's
little
hurt
beast,
his
man.
entire football career, so
He's a cannonball. I can't wait for
yeah.
this game. I really can't. I'm excited for the season, and it all comes down. If we get smacked by the Commanders, I might burn my jerseys. I don't know at this point. All right. But yeah, I am pumped. We're taking the Giants. LJ's taking the Giants. Tyler's taking the Giants. Rusty might mix it up. All right. I don't know, but
Rusty will take Washington.
we're on the Giants bandwagon for week 1 at least. All right. Moving to Atlanta, we got the Bucks and the Falcons in an interesting matchup. I know where I'm going. I'm interested to see what you want to say here.
This is a good game, honestly. Like I think Michael Penix is going to have a great year.
Penix,
I'm a
sir.
big Michael Penix. I'm a big Michael Penix fan.
He yelled at somebody for saying that.
Wide receiver 3 last year in the games that he was
Mm-hmm.
QB. So that connection is already on point. Michael Pitts could have a resurgence here
Kyle Pitts.
with Michael Penix, who actually airs the ball out.
Yep.
And is just a gunslinger, apparently. So Bijan Robinson apparently is going to be the focal point of this offense. I think it's going to be a very good game. But I'm going to take Baker in this. I'm going to take Baker to squeeze out a win. I think it's going to be a late win. I think it's going to be a fourth quarter win for Baker, already setting a tone here early on that he is coming to play. He's still got Mike Evans, no Godwin yet, but I mean, he's still got the rushing attack there. They did get the wide receiver out of Ohio State there.
Egbuka.
Very polished wide receiver, ready from day one. He's going to be a good wide receiver too there for them. So I'm taking the Bucks in this. Take Baker's leadership and experience over Michael Penix and what should be an up-and-comer team.
Yeah, I like what you said about the Falcons. There's just one problem that I have, and that's the fact that literally none of them played in the preseason at all. None of the starters. They sat the entire preseason on the sidelines. I think they're going to come out the gate and be. I think they're going to be a little rusty coming out of the gate. I don't know if they were trying to hide things from Tampa or something, but I think Tampa is going to be ready to go, and I think the Falcons might take like maybe the whole first quarter to get ready to get used to it again, and I think that's going to be their downfall. I don't think they're going to be able to catch up from the Bucks. So I think the Bucks are going to come out the gate swinging. I like Egbuka a lot. I'm a little concerned for how they're going to work it out when Godwin comes back, because I think Egbuka is going to be going off while he's out. And I'm not sure what their lineup's going to be after that. I guess all three. Maybe one of them's
probably have
in the slot.
Luka on the outside, and Godwin in the
Got one
slot.
in the slot. Try to have them all out on the field all the time. They're dangerous though, man. The Bucks are so dangerous. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they're real dangerous though. I mean, the Falcons are too, but like I said, I just think they're going to be a little rusty coming out the gate, and I don't think they're going to be able to catch up. So I'm going with the Bucks in this one too.
There's something to be said. Like there are a lot of teams that do come out of it, do rest their starters the entire preseason. I know the Eagles do it, but with so many young players, I think they need that preseason.
Yeah, Michael Penix, he's a young guy. The whole team's basically young. So I think they should have played.
About my own team, but it's not like the Eagles where AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, they've played together. They know each other.
Yeah.
They don't have that background here. So I think Michael Penix needed some time this offseason to kind of get things under.
Hey, time's up. All right. It's too late. Yeah. All right. So we're in agreement on that one. Let's move to the next game. Are we in the afternoon? We're not in the afternoon yet. We got another one in Foxborough. We're going to see them with the new coach, the Raiders and the Patriots. Week 1. This one's a little difficult for me, to be honest.
I know why I'm picking.
Okay, well, let me talk then. So Drake May, I'm going to figure out who I'm picking right here. Drake May, I think, is better than Geno, but is he better right now? He's more talented, but Geno's a little more polished, right? Pete Carroll, probably a better coach, but he's old. He's up there. Wide receiver wise, how good is Stephon Diggs? He looked a little washed, man. So I don't know if he's going to get back to it with Drake May throwing the ball. The Raiders, though, on the other side, they don't have many wide receivers there. Jacoby Myers is asking for a trade. They're not going to trade him. They got Brock Bowers. He's a legend already, apparently at tight end. The defenses are okay, I guess. Maybe the Pats are good even. Ah, I'm just gonna go with the home team. To be honest with you, I'm gonna go with the Pats in this one at home against the. Oh, I used wrong one. All right. Yeah, I'm going Pats at home. I think it'll be a really close game though. What do you think, man?
Yeah. I am going to go with the Raiders in this one. I do think that the Pats are going to be an improved team. I think that Drake May is going to have a pretty good year as a quarterback. Um, they don't really have much of a run identity yet. Their defense is pretty suspect still. Offensive line is pretty hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
With their main piece coming in as a rookie. Uh, Wide receiver, they do have a lot of talent in the wide receiver room, but it's a mess. There's Stephon Diggs, Kyle Williams, Demario Douglas. They still have Kendrick Bourne. Like there's so many mouths to feed, so many hands in the kitchen, cooks in the kitchen, if you will, I guess, chefs in the kitchen, whatever you want to
Yeah,
say.
and Diggs gets pissy when he
I
doesn't
don't know
have his
what's going
hands
to
in
happen.
there.
What'd you say?
And Stephon Diggs gets pissy when his hands aren't in the cookie jar.
Yeah. When he's not getting enough touches, he gets pissed. So I don't know. I just don't know the identity of the Patriots yet.
Running back too,
In terms
honestly.
of the Raiders, Pete Carroll, very good coach. Yes, he's older, but he has the experience. He has the experience with Gino. Chip Kelly coming in as the offensive coordinator. I think him as just an offensive coordinator, not a head coach.
I hate Chip
Great
Kelly so
for
much.
him. He does have a great offensive mind. I think he's going to come in, make this a fast-paced offense. Ashton Gianti here coming in
Oh,
as running back.
ooh,
Excellent there, option there. You have Brock Bowers, again, like you said, legend already. Jacoby Myers, very, 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 very good wide receiver two. Not a wide receiver one, but wants to get paid like one.
mm-hmm.
And then it's early on in his signing, but Amari Cooper, does he have something left there for in the tank to make a difference there with the Raiders? I don't know. I hope so. I would love to
Is
see
he
it.
is he playing week
I
one?
think it'd be fun. He's healthy. He's their wide receiver two.
Is he okay? Oh,
They've got him marked as the wide receiver two for week one.
interesting. that
Rusty said that
almost makes me want to
Thornton
switch.
for them looks really good.
Oh, I did want to
They're wide
mention
receiver
him.
three right now.
You know what? I'm pissed
I
about
like
that,
Jack
man.
Beck.
I'm pissed about
What was
Thornton.
that?
I'm pissed about Thornton. I had him on the Giants in my freaking mock draft, and people were mad at me because he's another Tennessee wide receiver that just runs like Jalen Hyatt. And now he's looking good for the Raiders. So way to go,
Yeah.
fucking
I do
people,
like Jack
man.
Beck too, but apparently he's going to take a little bit to get going.
Yeah, Beck. Yeah, I like him too. We're gonna put Rusty over there because we know he's
Yeah.
gonna pick the Raiders. I like your takes there, man. I do think I think Gene T will go off from the get go. So I'm tempted to switch over, but I'll leave myself over with the Pats, the home team. Make it switch it up a little. Yeah, I like this game though. I think it'll be a good one, man. Let's move.
A lot of fun teams.
Oh, another one in the 1 o'clock. Cleveland
Let's not even talk about this
Bengals.
one. Cleveland sucks. They're terrible. Absolute biggest dumpster fire in the league.
But
Who
they
knows
got
what's
Joe
going to happen
Flacco.
with the wide receiver room? Bengals, very prolific offense, and they're going to put up 50 points.
Probably.
Yeah.
The Browns do have a
I
good
will say
defense.
Browns do have some young pieces there. I like Fannin a lot in their tight end room with David Njoku.
And Joku and Flacco have a good
They do
connection
have
too.
Cedric Tillman. They did get Isaiah Bond out of Texas after he fell
Mm,
out of the draft, went undrafted when he was supposed to be a second round pick. But because of
that's
his
big.
off the field issue, went undrafted. So that's a huge talent that the Browns
Yeah.
got
Jerry Judy.
undrafted. Jerry Judy. But I mean, it all comes down to their quarterback room. Joe
Yeah.
Flacco,
Bengals defense is
Can he
kind of
keep?
shit.
Can he keep? Can he keep Father Time on his side and still be effective? I don't know. Um, can he hold back? Can he do anything against Hendrickson coming across his chest there? Don't know. But outside of him, Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go no.
Yeah.
No for the Browns. Would absolutely shocked if they put up 20 points against the suspect Bengals defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm picking the Bengals, of course. I don't think they're going to be dropping 50, but I do think they're going to drop plenty enough to
Yeah.
keep the Browns even anywhere close from from winning this game. So, Bengals, Cincinnati. Let's move to the afternoon games. First one on the docket in Seattle. We got the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy's shiny new contract going to face the Seahawks with Sam Darnold in game 1. This is an interesting game as well. I don't trust Sam Darnold. I'm going with my boy Brock. And then I don't trust the Niners much either, but I'm going with Brock Purdy and an offense that should be doing enough to be interesting. The Seahawks, I just don't trust Sam
Yeah,
Darnold.
I don't trust. I don't trust Sam Darnold either. I think that the Seahawks defense is going to be their saving grace this year into what can actually keep them in a lot of games. But in terms of offense, they do have pieces, but can Sam Darnold replicate what he did with Minnesota in Seattle? I don't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco, Brock Purdy is a solid quarterback. They get CMC back. CMC is CMC. If he's healthy, he's unbelievably good.
If he's not healthy,
Still
they
have George
brought
Kittle.
in Johnson Jr., right? So,
Yeah, Robinson Jr. there. He's
Robinson.
if
Fuck.
CMC gets hurt, Robinson Jr. is a stellar backup,
Yeah.
possibly the best backup in the league. So I do think Ricky Pearsall will be an absolute stud this year.
Yeah, I like him.
At the end of last year, when he was the wide receiver 1, he looked unbelievable. So I think he's gonna have a great year this year. I'm going San Francisco in this one, and I think they're gonna win it pretty handedly. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say like 26-12.
I like that score. Yeah, I think that defense is going to force Darnold into some errant throws. I like JSN. I like Kenneth Walker. I don't like Sam freaking Darnold. All right. What's next? Afternoon game.
Up there too, but I think he's washed now.
The 12th man is fucking washed now, too, I think. But we're moving to Denver, the Mile High Stadium. The Titans are coming into town. Cam Ward's first game in the league. How's he going to look? I don't know, but against Denver, I don't think it's going to be that good. I like Denver a lot this year. Bo Nix looks good. He's got some guys to throw to. Evan Ingram came to town, and that defense is solid as well. I think the Broncos are going to win this one kind of easily.
I'm in agreement there. In agreement. Broncos win this one. Bo Nix is one of my favorites there at quarterback this year. His connection there with Cortland Sutton, very good. Troy Franklin looks to be solid as well. Marvin Mims looks to be solid. So you should have a couple good speed threats there on the outside, working with Sutton. And then their running back room, J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, I think is going to be solid as well.
I'm excited for that.
Again, their defense is good too. So Evan Ingram, I think, is a huge difference maker for them. He looked very good. He looked good with the Jags. I think they look good with the Broncos with Sean Payton, who likes to use tight ends.
Yeah, for sure. Titans, I think Cam Ward's going to be running.
Titans should be improved this year compared to last with Cam Ward. The connection with
Sure.
him and Ridley is going to be a good one this year. I'm looking out for Okonkwo to be a good option, and it looks like they have some good, decent chemistry there as well. But improvement, but very far from even close to finished product.
Yeah, and they got Tony Pollard as their main running back. I don't trust him fully as the running back either. So
no way.
All right. Next, we got in LA the Texans and the Rams. Matt Stafford with his back issues. Will he be able to, sling it like he usually does against a pretty good Houston team here?
Yeah, pretty good Houston defense coming in. One of the top defenses in the league. But they do have a very terrible offensive line, probably the worst offensive line in football, and the Rams having a great defensive line.
Very aggressive.
If the Rams held any shot in this game, it's that defensive line is going to just run havoc. But CJ Stroud does have a quick release. He is a smart quarterback. I think he can make the most of it. Might be a rough start there in the first quarter, but I think he'll ultimately kind of do what he needs to do. And I don't think Stafford is going to get it done against this very good defense with the back issues that he's had,
Hmm.
despite having good weapons there in Puka Nacua, Williams, and Devontae Adams.
So you're going Houston.
I'm going Houston. Yeah, I like Nico Collins. I like
Hmm.
Christian Kirk. I like Higgins. They got out of Iowa State. I know Mixon's hurt this year right now, but Nick Chubb is their backup, and can he come on and have a look anything close to what his former self was? 75% Nick Chubb.
Hmm.
Cool, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I think that's probably my big question, along with the O line issues. I think that's my big question: is how good will Nick Chubb be with Mixon out of action? And like Stafford, I guess with the back injuries, like we both mentioned, that is an issue. But I trust him. He's a gunslinger. He's a real tough guy. It's a really good team still. Puka, I think, is going to have another great year. Kyron Williams is back and healthy, and the O line's solid. Um, and yeah, they replaced Cooper Cup. So I don't know. I think they're going to be just good enough at home to take out Houston in quite a good game. This could be game of the week in my eyes, to be honest. I really like this game. I like
Could
this
be,
matchup.
could be.
All right. Next, we got maybe the real game of the week in Lambeau Field, the Lions and the Packers. Packers coming out the gate facing the Lions is kind of crazy, man. This is a crazy first week game.
Yeah.
I love it, but I don't know who to pick. I freaking this is the team that I was telling you.
I'm going with the Packers in this game. I'm going with
Okay,
the Packers. They have the unit in place. They have the offensive coordinator in place from last year. I think that's a big piece there. Ben Johnson is not in Detroit anymore. Um,
fair.
I
New
think it's going to take
coordinators.
some getting used to running that offense without Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what will they look like? What will their identity be? I know a lot of people expect it to be really the Jameer Gibbs show and not so much of a split backfield like it was before. Will somebody else step up aside from St. Brown? The Packers don't have a lot to be said at cornerback.
Yeah, I was like, what?
They did go ahead and get Micah Parsons. They do have a good front seven, but I think they're going to have a tough time there with the receivers. I don't think either defense is going to really look amazing. I don't think either is going to look particularly very bad.
Hey, Hutch is back
I think
too.
this is going to be a quote. Yeah, Hutch is back. I forgot about him, dude. I
Hmm.
forgot about
He's
Hutch.
important, man.
But very important. I can see this game being very close. Very close and not high scoring, not low scoring, like 24, 21, 24, 22, somewhere in that range. Um, but yeah, let's take the pack at Lambeau.
I like it at Lambeau. I think there's. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna also pick the Packers for three specific reasons. At Lambeau's partially one of them, I suppose. But one, I you mentioned Detroit's got new coordinators. It could take a second for them to, like you said, get everybody up to snuff with their styles. But for the Packers, I think Micah Parsons is a huge trade. I think he's going to be out the gate, ready to go, and working this O line. They have a very Lions have a very good O line, but Micah Parsons is a fantastic rusher. But the biggest difference for me, in my opinion, is the Packers drafted my number one receiver in that draft in Marcus Golden. And I think he's going to be a stud day one with Jordan Love throwing him the rock. And I think he's going to open up this offense like we've not seen with the
I think it'll
Packers.
open it up for Kraft and Reed.
Yeah, Reed, he's battling some injuries, but I think he'll be good to go. And I think I mean, he was real good last year. You loved him, so. And yeah, Kraft is Kraft. He's a tight end that works. But yeah, I really like Marcus Golden, man. So I think the Packers are gonna do just enough to win this one. Let's move to the Sunday night football game. This could also be the game of the week, man. There's so many good week one matchups. This one is in Buffalo. We got the Ravens and the
I think this
Bills.
one is the game of the week.
Two teams that cannot get past the Kansas City Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. This year is the year, and it starts in week 1. The winner of this freaking game is going to the Super Bowl. I'm calling it right here. And that's why it probably is the game of the week. In Buffalo makes it interesting, but the Ravens are so talented. Lamar is a changed man, I think. He went from everyone calling him a running back to probably one of the best quarterbacks throwing the ball in the league as well. And then Buffalo, Josh Allen, MVP last year. Some people wanted Lamar. This is going to be a fantastic game. I'm so excited for it. I am going to take Buffalo at home, but I am not confident. I'm not confident in that pick at all. The Ravens are so good. Derrick Henry's a monster. They got a new wide receiver there and D Hop. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good, man. What do you think?
Yeah, the Ravens are very good. It's tough to vote against them, but I mean, we both like the Bills, and they are the home team in this one. I'm going Buffalo in this. I just got to root for the Bills in this to start the season. I think
James,
it's going to be a great year for Keon Coleman.
yeah,
As
I
good
do
as
too.
the Ravens are, they are terrible pass defense. So if you give Josh Allen some time here, Khalil Shakir, Mr. Reliable,
Mm-hmm.
Keon Coleman could have a resurgence year 2. Josh Palmer, very good. I think they could have a very solid outing here in
Yeah,
terms of the pass offense against the Ravens.
yeah. I think
The biggest
Kincaid
thing
could
is
go in there
they need
too.
to stop Derrick Henry, and they beefed up that defensive line this year. So hopefully they can do it.
Yeah, they just paid James Cook too, so he's got the money in his pocket. He's ready to go. It's going to be a real good game. I'm excited for it, and I cannot wait for Sunday night in Buffalo. I'm gonna be rooting for him heavy. And finally, we get to the last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Not quite as exciting, but maybe still a good game in Chicago. We got the Vikings and the Bears. A lot of people think the Bears are much improved, and the Vikings possibly not. Like, probably went downhill a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We don't know what J.J. McCarthy has in store for the season, or Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson. It'll be an interesting game. I have no idea who to pick right now. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I just don't have faith in JJ McCarthy going into this. We didn't see anything from him last year. They don't have Addison. Yes, they have Jefferson. They just got Adam Thielen. So they have good weapons. But I'm going the Bears, baby. I'm going the Bears. Caleb Williams, while I don't like him a whole lot in terms of in big games, um, he did look pretty good last year overall. And now he gets Ben Johnson as his offensive coordinator, who had the Detroit Lions as the best offense in football
Yeah.
last year. Um, so I think he can do a lot with this offense. Look for DeAndre Swift to take on that Jameer Gibbs role. Look for Rashawn Johnson to take on that David Montgomery role. I think he can do a lot with their wide receiver group. Overall, I think their wide receiver group is better than what it was in Detroit. Maybe not as good of a number one,
Mm-hmm.
but DJ Moore, can he make DJ Moore into what Amon-Ra St. Brown is? Because no one believed Amon-Ra St. Brown was going to be what he is, but he got right out of the gate. So can DJ Moore be that guy? Can Roma Dunze be that guy? And my bet is going to be on Roma Dunze being that guy that steps up and actually takes over the number one role there for Chicago this year. I also think Loveland is going to have a solid season, just like Laporta did. Maybe not as good, but yeah, this Chicago offense should be good, and it did improve the defense there as well.
Yeah, I agree with you on pretty much all your takes. I think JJ McCarthy will struggle in week 1 at least. Maybe he'll improve because they do have a really good offense. I think he will improve, but I think he's going to struggle week 1 against the Bears. And I think, like you said, Romo Dunze, I think he's going to have a true breakout season and turn into a household name this year. So I am also going with the Bears on Monday night. And that wraps it up for us. Let's keep it under an hour here. Yeah, that's all the games. I'm excited for week 1, and I'm excited
Yeah, not
to see
bad
what
timing.
happens.
We take away that NCAA football conversation, and we're about an hour there or so. So
Hmm.
not too bad. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun week 1. I'm gonna have some beers and watch it, and hopefully see my Eagles absolutely dismantle the Cowboys on Thursday night. And I'll be rooting for your Giants. I'll be rooting for the Giants against the Commanders. Take away that Washington Commando hype, and Yeah, let's go to He-Man.
Yeah. Let's go both of our teams. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
It's Fred and Dre, the Freaks a Good Show.